Welcome back to continue on with our discussion about land-based gaming, community-owned land-based gaming in Kahnawake. We also want to discuss some possible benefits that can come out of this, as well as the online gaming situation later on.
Yeah. So, I wanted to mention too that one of the other conditions that the MCK is, I guess, looking into online gaming with, not online gaming, land-based gaming. Sorry, is that they have to require dividends to community members, and I really don't like the idea of dividends, because depending on whether it is our population is pretty big, so I don't think it depends how much money the casino makes and the percentages of it, but I don't think it would be a big number anyway. But if it is a big number, I mean, I think it makes people kind of lazy if they just have to get a check from the government and live off of
Well, what do they mean by community dividends? I want to know that. Would they mean actually paying people a certain percentage of their profits, or would it be...
Well, that is a dividend.
Yeah, I know what dividend... I'm saying, would it go to the individuals, or would it go to community-based organizations? Because the whole purpose of the casino, they're saying, is to put that money into community organizations and community needs.
I think it's a combination of both.
Which would be, the idea of it being community-based and community-owned is that it's everyone. And that's what they're trying to achieve with the dividends, is try to get every single community member involved and have a say, not really a say, but benefit from it individually.
So it's not only programming, so this program, but what if you're a community member that doesn't benefit from that programming, or a spectrum of programming. So but that's what I don't agree with, is the individual dividends. I wouldn't necessarily, I mean, I know how that's appealing to some people, I want a check from the government for,
well, it depends, I think, on how much it is. If you're getting a very, very small amount, it's change in your pocket, and it's not really going to get you anywhere. I mean, if it's a larger amount, though, that each community member is getting, that's a lot of money that's going into individuals' pockets, and that's a lot of... It could be beneficial for some people that need it, I think, if it works out that way, if it pays well,
Yeah, but I think there's also been, not really studies, but you've seen on other reserves that that has been bad for the majority of their population, but at the same time you can't necessarily that's their reserve and it's not Kahnawake. Mm-hmm. And Kahnawake is different, and I think you'd have to see how it would work, but at this I think there would be an impact on some people that they would then they wouldn't want to work, or they wouldn't be motivated to work because they wouldn't need to.
And the same thing could be said about the jobs that are going to be created from the land-based gaming in itself. I'm just going to say casino because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's just their fancy term that MCK put out.
The jobs created within the casino, that if you're making good money from that, a lot of people that go into the cigarette industry, then there is no need to go further on into education, and because you're making the money that you need to survive. So I mean, at the same time, that's another downside for the people that are for education and for learning to be able to make money that way.
Well, I don't see the job creation aspect of a casino as a downside personally, just because it's really a large amount of jobs that it can create, managers, if you have bars in there, bartenders, waiters, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You need people who technicians for the casinos and stuff like that, bankers, even did I mention janitors and cleaning, stuff like that. So it's a wide spectrum of types of jobs, and I think some of them that, I don't think their parents would want their children to aspire to become a poker dealer or a cocktail waitress. But the way I look at it, those types of jobs, okay, it's okay if you're a student, that kind of job is good because it's weird hours and shifts and you make a lot of money, especially in tips. and but even for if that's your full-time job, like the world, including Ganawage, needs people in like the public sector, like the service industry. So
Well, I think it would create a lot of jobs, obviously, but the point is to be able to get people inside and outside the community, I would assume, to generate money for the community. Because I don't think if people are ambitious enough, like we said, there are already a lot of people in Ganawage going into post-secondary education. This won't deter them from their goals just because job opportunities do become available. This won't deter them from their goals. They'll still want to continue moving on to their education, and so the income, the community income put into this that can be geared towards education will assist them in that.
Well, for some of them, it might become their goal. Like if they want to go to become a technician, to become, to work with computers and stuff like that, and then they are hired on the higher pay scale to work with the computer systems within the casino.
I don't know how that works. Like,
neither do I.
So we're like, what are they talking about? Like, slot machines don't, like, I don't know. Anyway, but I know what your point is.
Yeah.
But another thing that I always end up comparing gaming to the cigarette industry because that's our main industry, and right now you have your cigarette people, the big guys making money, and that's the same way with the poker houses that are in Ganawage right now. And like a lot of them do donate a lot of money, and like I'm sure the individuals or maybe their family members who like nice thick envelope for Christmas or like the organizations that they donate to are really gracious, but that's where there's the other benefit for a community owned because, well, it's not certain individuals getting rich, the entire community benefits from it. And then again, I always feel bad like comparing it to the cigarette industry. Like I think I'd rather like my sister or my cousin or any family member being a bartender or a waitress rather than working in a cigarette factory. I think mostly just because of the health concerns.
Mm-hmm. I guess it depends really on how you view the two industries because they're very different, but in some cases they can be similar because they're both get rich quick kind of ideas. So there's going to be tons of opinions. Obviously, there already are. I mean, we could already see when the votes went out the first 2 times for referendums. There's so many different ideas about whether it's okay or not to have this. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, definitely.
And I'm still, like I said earlier, I'm still kind of like on the fence about whether or not I'm for a casino because, yeah, like I see the issue, like we need money, but on the other side, there's also like the gambling and like addictions awareness. So I think I'd be okay with it as long as that there's a lot of I guess like programs and prevention measures taken by the MCK or this whoever's running the casino to individuals because we don't want like all our like communities to gamble away their money and be like in debt up to their knees.
Yeah. Wow, for those that would choose to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen for certain people no matter what. Like, you can't help that. Even if it's not in Ganawage, those people are gonna go to the casino in Montreal, go to the casino in Aguasasne, and
play the slot machines in Chattagee, or to play bingo, or
But that's what it's not something that's quick, but you have to start like at a young age, like, and through education and stuff like that. But and that's what some of the proceeds of, I guess, this casino would have to go, like, there would have to go into, like, a fund for those specific types of issues. But what do you think about, like, online gaming right now? Do you think we should be, like, as youth, we should be aware of online gaming, as online gaming is already here and there's already poker houses here?
I think we should be aware because I know a lot of people that are employed by it. That's the perspective that I see it from. It's created a lot of jobs, both the poker houses and the online gaming.
But that's what people from town, I think, criticize most, that they're not employing as as many Kahnawake as they ought to be, and that they're not giving enough money to Kahnawake as they ought to be, and like they're making their billions of dollars and only giving.
So that's definitely an issue that youth should be made aware of.
And I think that's because of that, there's mistrust for this mistrust for like a land-based casino. But yeah, so in the next weeks, I guess we'll be hearing more about this issue, and I'm sure we'll talk about it again on Exposed. So thank you for watching another episode. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or feedback or questions, you can email us at mohawktv@hotmail.com. You can also give us a call at 450-632-6397. Or you can join our Facebook group. I keep, kind of begging everyone to join. So do it. Thank you, and see you again in 2 weeks. Anna.
Anna.
Anna.